Well, we're at the dig tree, the famous dig tree. We'll just have a little bit of breakfast, and we'll go over and look at the dig tree itself, and supposedly where the cache of food was left for Burke and Wills. But we've at least got the last of the cake. Again, they would have enjoyed that. But yeah, this is my dear wife Anne made this for us. It's lasted well. I don't know about you, but I'm going to have a piece. This expedition was prompted by a prize of around 2,000 pounds, 2,000 guineas, which was a lot of money back in the 1860s. And there were a number of reasons for that. One of them, they wanted to learn more about the country, and I believe they also saw some potential for trade opportunities and so on, and just wanted to know what the resources were in this great land to the north of them. They took many months to go from Melbourne to Menindee, so at that point Burke made a decision. He took a subgroup, 4 of them split off, Burke, Wills, Gray and King, tried to do a bit of a mad rush for the Gulf of Carpentaria. They never actually saw the sea. It's understood they arrived in probably early February. They tasted brackish or salty water, and they turned back, but they were stopped from seeing the sea by huge patches of mangroves. Well, here is where Robert O'Hara Burke died in around about the 30th of June in 1861. That's almost 150 years ago to the day. Well, here we are in a small drainage line, and right in front of us is a mix of fresh and partly dried nardoo. It is reported that Burke was a fairly arrogant man, and he and King and so on chose not to camp with the Aborigines, and as a result they actually missed a vital part of the process of preparing nardoo as a food. King sat with the body for some time, perhaps a day or so, before King tried to find the Aborigines again to get some support and hopefully help for himself, because he was the last man standing. Yeah, here we are, not even 100 metres from Burke's grave, and when you look across this water hole, water wasn't the problem. What the problem was food, and also knowing what was food in this bush, in this country. The Aboriginals knew about lots of native foods, and they knew how to prepare them, and they lived well here. But I think there's in all communities there are people who won't learn from the past, who won't learn from our predecessors and so on. And but hopefully, sort of selection usually thins those characters out anyway. Pastoralism flowed into this area afterwards, and I think people that were interested in mineral resources followed, and then I think after that we saw quite a strong pattern of large parts of the Australian outback or the rangelands being opened up through these sort of pinpoints of mineral resources. There's another huge boom, and again it's primarily mineral and mineral oil and gas driven. With gas fields being opened up, and also opportunities for new minerals, perhaps new uranium mines, reworking gold fields and things like this. And there's also, in the 21st century, it's quite fascinating that they're now recognising that in the rangelands we have some real opportunities for thermal energy.